Hope everybody's doing okay, doing well. We have some articles to go through, so I'll just get started. The first one here, this one comes from the Daily Fetched. Really nice website. You should go check it out. This comes from an article, October 20th, 2023. Amazon tests 6 feet robots to replace human workers. And so there is actually a video that I'll show you first here. All right.
Well, first of all, they look like about 10 times slower than a human being. So unless they're going to improve and make them a lot faster, that's kind of silly.
Yeah, it does. But this is what they're going for. I mean, can you imagine? These things could wipe out thousands and thousands of people's jobs.
Look at that. It says to free up human workers. I guess they're freeing them up to getting in the unemployment line. That's kind of weird.
Exactly. So let's just get into this real quickly. Amazon is testing 6-foot-tall warehouse robots to free up their human workers and cut costs, right there, very important, and cut costs as the company moves forward towards complete automation of its workforce. And I do believe, I think it's Burger King that has a few stores out there, fast food stores, where they're already using automation. So this is a real thing happening across this country. Let's move forward. The robot developed by Agility Robotics, a startup based in Corvallis, Oregon, won't take days off, pay sick pay, or argue with their bosses. The robots can carry up to 35 pounds, walking in multiple directions, and even crouch. Chief technologist at Amazon Robotics, Ty Brady, said that while the robots will replace human workers, they will also create new ones. Brady said the robots would eliminate all the minimal, the mundane, and the repetitive tasks, claiming it does not mean Amazon will require fewer staff. Right. Yeah, we'll see what happens there, but we know where this is going. They've talked about it before. You know, making people pretty much like Jan said, unemployed. Cut costs, people. All right, now this one comes from, actually, let me go into this one, another one here. China launches global AI police to monitor what users say online. This article, October 21st, 2023, comes from the People's Voice website. Now, just the title, I mean, come on. We know where this is going. We knew about it. Even 1984, remember that book? China on Wednesday unveiled its Global Artificial Intelligence Governance Initiative. I love when they use that word, initiative, which the communist regime say will be tasked with policing what users say online. China's state-run Global Times promoted the AI police force as a stark contrast to the U.S. restrictions and blockade aimed at preserving its hegemony. Breitbart.com reports this was a reference to the U.S. and the allied countries locking down sales of advanced computer technology to China last year in recognition of the enormous security risk posed by the Chinese Communist Party's malign activities and its penchant for intellectual property theft. Tighter U.S. regulations on AI chips went into effect on Tuesday, infuriating Beijing. Even as China stressed fairness and non-discrimination in AI development so as to benefit all countries and regions, the U.S. intensified unilateral restrictions over normal global cooperation in AI and other technologies. Western countries have also been seeking to set rules for AI, which experts say is mostly aimed at protecting their own interests, the Global Times fulminated. So pretty much that's what's been going on in China. But they have already the social credit score system as well. And we've been talking about this, Church. I brought it up a few times already, even before we left the church where we were at. So we knew that this was coming. This is the end game: total dominance, total control over the population, and China is the first to go there. Again, they want to completely just control everything you read. There are only certain narratives that are accepted in today's world. And if you don't toe the line, if you don't think exactly the same way, well, then you're out of order. And you are not wanted or needed in this world. And I believe that is part of the New World Order. And they changed that name from the New World Order to, what is it? What's that phrase that they're using now? Oh my gosh, now I can't think about it. Now I can't think of it. Build back better. And I'm always thinking, well, why do you need to build back better? What's broken? Like, what are you talking about? You only build back if something is totally broken, if something has been totally smashed and destroyed. So that's what they're saying, really. We're going to destroy, your world, and we're going to build back better for us. That's what these elitists are pretty much telling us in our face each and every day. And again, very, very dangerous, church. When they start telling you exactly what to think and when to think and how to think, extremely dangerous. That is not from God. That is not what he wants you to be. He gave you a big brain, use it. There is such a thing as logic, and this is not part of it. Now let's move on. Again, from the People's Choice, we're going to start here. So Italy becomes the first nation to ban Bill Gates' fake meat due to serious health concerns. I don't know if you know this or not, if you've read this or heard of it, but Bill Gates is investing in fake meat. So he is trying to produce this synthetic meat products, and he's actually been successful. Let's move on with the article. Italy has become the first country to issue a total ban on Bill Gates' synthetic meat products after numerous studies found the lab-grown fake meat products cause turbo cancers in humans. Meanwhile, in the US, the Biden administration has fast-tracked the controversial products for approval. Surprise, surprise. Again, what you need to think and believe, church, Italy is the first nation to say no to the synthetic food, to so-called synthetic meat. It does so with a formal and official act. Health Minister Orazio Schillaci announced the resolution calls for a commitment to ban the production, marketing, and importing of synthetic foods within our territory. That's what she said. These regulations aim to regulate situations where the environmental public health could be at risk, or when there is uncertainty regarding the effects of certain products that are being or will introduce to the market or consumed. She continued, "It is crucial to have measures in place to address these potential risks and ensure the safety of the environment and public health in such cases." So again, here we go. I'm going to play a quick video.
Italy is the first nation to say no to synthetic food, to so-called synthetic meat. It does so with a formal and official act. The resolutions called for a commitment to ban the production, marketing, and import of synthetic foods within our territory. These regulations aim to regulate situations where the environment or public health could be at risk, or when there is uncertainty regarding the effects of certain products that are being or will be introduced to the market or consumed. It is crucial to have measures in place to address these potential risks and ensure the safety of the environment and public health in such cases.
So these people are already getting it. The Italians get it. They know what this guy is doing, all right? He's not a savior. He's a guy, a filthy rich guy who has this complex, right? Who is part of the cabal, the elitist, who wants to totally control your world. Again, including what you think, what you read, what you hear, what you eat. The sooner we start waking up, church, the better. Say no. Do something. So it just continues talking about Bill Gates. Synthetic meat has been heavily promoted by Bill Gates and the globalist elites at the WEF as a solution to the so-called climate change. When peddling his book, How to Avoid a Climate Disaster in 2021, Gates told the MIT Technology Review that, quote, all rich countries should move to 100% synthetic beef, end quote. However, this fake food has now been shown to cause cancer via the immortalized cell lines used to manufacture it. Meanwhile, in the US, Biden has fast-tracked Bill Gates' lab-grown synthetic meat for approval, meaning grocery stores across America can now sell the carcinogenic fake meat to the public. So please, please start reading food labels, start really investing in local farmers if you can. If you have to drive half an hour, I think it's better than eating this junk that he's peddling. Let's move forward. Let's look at this. This comes from Zero Hedge, October 13th, 2023. Animal contraceptive and antibiotics detected in top 10 popular fast foods report. This is a report pretty much letting us know what's been going on. In September, moms across America submitted food samples from 10 popular American food chains to the Health Research Institute, an Iowa-based nonprofit laboratory that tests food for nutritional value, biofunctionality, and contaminants and toxins, requesting that the laboratory test the samples for over 100 common veterinary drugs and hormones. The MAA is a nonprofit activist group formed by mothers intending to bring awareness to food that contains genetically modified organisms and pesticides. So genetically modified organisms, GMOs. Molecular and chief scientist at the Health Research Institute, John Fagan, confirmed that his lab tested the food samples. So this is quickly what they found. 8 in 10 popular fast food chains tested positive. Most of the food was sampled from America's top 10 most popular food chains. Volunteers for MAA went to their local McDonald's, Starbucks, Subway, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, Taco Bell, Chipotle, Dunkin', Wendy's, or Domino's stores and ordered the same meal several times. Kept it in its packaging. Each meal was sealed, frozen, and mailed to the Health Research Institute. At the laboratory, the food and its packaging were grouped up and then tested for veterinary drugs and hormones. With the exception, and I wasn't expecting this, with the exception of Chipotle and Subway, that one was I was not expecting Subway. With the exception of Chipotle and Subway, all the food samples tested positive for veterinary drugs. So they talk about the drugs that were found in there, and it goes on, antibiotics, antiparasitic feed, found in it, just different things, right? So I would highly suggest that you go to this website, Zero Hedge, and read the rest of the article. Very, very interesting, very informative. Look at this, church. Again, from the People's Voice. Start reading labels. Very simple. I know it takes a couple more minutes, but start doing it. It doesn't matter what the brand is. It could be your local grocery store brand. Start reading labels. Food producers caught quietly, deceitfully putting insects in our food. People who care about their health and do not wish to introduce bugs, insects, and crickets to their diet will need to start reading labels on food items very closely. Food producers have been caught quietly, deceitfully sneaking bugs and various species of crickets into ingredients lists for popular everyday snacks as a push to force feed humanity with insects reaches mainstream supermarket shelves. Now, who has said that we need to eat bugs and insects? Well, church, the regular culprits, the usual culprits right here. WEF, especially this guy, Klaus Schwab. He said it before. That's what we should eat. Now look at this. You will eat the bugs. That's what he said. Look at this. At a supermarket, contains milk, crickets. People who are allergic to shellfish may also be allergic to crickets. I mean, come on. In recent years, Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum have been stating that humanity must stop consuming red meat and start eating bugs, insects, and crickets instead. These plans are advanced. Major U.S. meat producers, Tyson Food, has just announced it is opening a bug processing facility after partnering with the World Economic Forum, WEF. Despite a lack of appetite in the public regarding the shift to insect consumption, globalist billionaire led by Bill Gates have rallied behind the cause, investing hundreds of millions of dollars in the fake meat and edible insect industries. Again, you know, and who's pushing it? Look, let's look at who's pushing it, who's helping. Okay, celebrities have been enlisted to support the shift to insect consumption. Robert Downey Jr. recently appeared on the Colbert to promote cricket protein. Nicole Kidman has also joined the crusade, eating a video. Okay, she was in a video and she was eating, I don't know if it was crickets or some type of insects. And I actually saw the video. It was kind of gross, but she thought it was delicious. She was highly, you know, promoting it and telling everybody that they should do the same. So just be aware, this is out there. Start reading your labels, church. Very simple thing to do. And then finally, meat giant Tyson Foods buys stake in insect protein company. Date October 18th, 2023. Look at this. Tyson Foods announced it had invested in insect protein supplier Protix and plans to build a partnership U.S. production facility. The American meatpacker said Tuesday that it agreed to buy a stake in Dongen, Netherlands-based Protix BV to help fund its expansion. The companies will also form a joint venture to build and operate a U.S. facility that will produce bug-based meal and oil, which are typically used in fish feed and dog food. Financial terms of the deal weren't disclosed, Bloomberg reported. The meat giant did not disclose the size of its minority stake it has taken in Protix. Protix is a Netherlands-based company that produces ingredients based on insects. Tyson Foods said the strategic investment will support the growth of the emerging insect ingredient industry and expand the use of insect ingredient solutions to create more efficient, sustainable proteins and lipids for the use in the global food system. So they continue, listen to this. It's a multi-billion dollar industry opportunity that has tremendous growth potential. And we see Protix as being a leader there. Tyson, CFO John Tyson said in an interview. So, church, come on. Come on. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is not, you know, inciting, you know, fear or whatever. This is out there. This is out there in real news. This has been going on for quite a while, and now it's coming to fruition. And in that movie, in that documentary that I talked about last week or the week before, I'm sorry, it's regarding the farming industry and what is going on with farms across the globe. Pretty much they're trying to take down farmers around the world, trying to, you know, just grab on and steal their farmland, take it away from the families. And what are they going to concentrate that on? They're going to instead move from animals and produce to insects. Because what? It's a multi-billion-dollar industry opportunity, according to Tyson CFO John Tyson. And I'm sure he's not the only elitist that thinks that way. But once again, they want to experiment on us. And hey, if it fails, they'll be making a lot of money. But by the time the humans, the low, you know, the people on that are low on the totem pole, by the time they actually get it and connect the dots, it'll be too late. So please, church, please pay attention. No more sleepy time. You need to do your own research. You need to do your reading. And please take care. Please take care, and let's together as a church, as families of God, let's unite and rebuke these demons, these devils in Jesus' name, because it can be done. But you have to believe, you have to have faith, and you have to be strong, and you have to have courage. No more room for weakness, no more time for timidity, no more time. Anyway, I just thought those were very important messages, very important articles to read. Please do so.